I was a baseball player. I think that's the life you're talking about, right?
Yeah, the one in college where you were. What was your position?
I was a pitcher.
Pitcher?
Played pitcher in college. I was a baseball player at a Division I school.
You are a high school principal. You've got to be, see, you're always smiling. You're always
enforcement, but I do have a background. I was a high school teacher for 8 years, and so I know what it's like to have troublemaker students and have to deal with that. But it's about just being myself and showing kids that they can do it. They can be successful, and trying to get the most out of them too, and not necessarily looking for trouble or looking for a fight. So.
Thank you for taking time out of your incredibly busy schedule today and joining me tonight on the show. I am your host, Geoffrey Hill, and it is a true pleasure for me to introduce you to one of my best friends in all of the world. His name is Tyler Heid. He has a story unlike most people. Because after all, how many of you spend your life in a wheelchair? Seriously. And how many of you had a perfectly successful career that was a debilitating illness? So let's take a moment right after this, and I will introduce you to my friend Tyler Heid. Poof.
This is Hollywood. Hollywood in its brightest hour. The most important occasion of the year. It's Academy Award night. There was a very special award this year. It went to Fred Astaire, and a very special person was there to present it, Miss Ginger Rogers.
To Fred Astaire for the artistry that has brought unique delight to picture audiences and has raised the standards of all musical pictures.
Fred was away in New York on that night of nights, and he asked if I would accept this award for him. But Fred is back in Hollywood now. As a matter of fact, he's waiting right off there in the wings for his cue to come out here so that I can give it to him. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Fred Astaire. Oh, wait a minute, Fred, not so fast. You know, you're supposed to make a little acceptance speech when you get one of these.
Oh.
Tell me, Fred, how did you feel when you heard that you had won this award?
How did I feel? I don't know, George. I really don't know how I felt.
Well, what did you say?
Oh, I don't know. I know one thing, though. I was mighty proud and happy to get it.
Well, that's good enough for me. Mr. Astaire, your Oscar.
Thanks, George.
And you have never seen a better example of Fred Astaire's great artistry than Three Little Words. Starring with Fred is Red Skelton. And speaking of artistry, Red's wonderful performance is something you must see.
You don't like it, huh?
Sure. It's a nice little tune. You ought to do something with it sometime. You ought to do something with that shirt, too.
Three Little Words is a grand story, a true story, based on the lives and music of two of America's greatest songwriters, Kalmar and Ruby. Fred as Bert Kalmar, Red as Harry Ruby.
The ball took a bad hop.
A bad hop. We go to rehearsal in 2 weeks. What am I going to tell Sam Harris? The ball took a bad hop? You'd be delighted. You and your baseball. Every time I turn around, you're playing baseball. That's for kids. Kid stuff.
Well, I suppose magic's for growing up.
And then we sat down and wrote, "Who's sorry now? Who's sorry now? Who's sorry now?"
And then we stood up and wrote,
"So long, ooh long, how long you going to roam?"
Come on, Papa, hop in the motor car, sit by Mama, and hold the hand. I love you so much, I can't conceal it. All alone Monday, singing the blues. All alone Tuesday, reading the news.
I wanna be loved by you. Ba-dum-be-dum-be-dum-be-dum. Boop-boop-ba-doo.
Maybe I'll live a life of regret, and maybe I'll give much more than I get, but nevertheless I'm in love with you. Three little words, oh, what I'd give for that one wonderful phrase.
Welcome back. It's wonderful to have you here. I love the old movies, the classics, when you get to see the way life really was back then, a long time ago. Man, movies back then were so different today. This is my friend Tyler Heid. We go way back. Tyler is an awesome, incredible, motivating, inspiring individual. As you can see, he's sitting here in a wheelchair. Welcome to the show, Tyler.
Thanks for having me.
I'm so glad you're here.
Thanks for being here. Or thanks for having me here. Yeah, I'm here in my wheelchair. A baseball player. I think that's the life you're talking about, right?
Yeah, the one in college where you were. What was your position?
I was a pitcher.
Pitcher.
Played pitcher in college. I was a baseball player at a Division I school, and that was kind of my life. I kind of thought that was my whole future and where I was going. But things changed.
How did it change for you?
So I was diagnosed about 14 years ago. I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. So right as I had kind of finished playing college, actually while I was in college, I started having health problems while I was playing baseball in college. And doctors couldn't figure out what was going on. But right after I finished with my playing in college, I was diagnosed with MS, or multiple sclerosis.
Now, most of us have absolutely no idea what it feels like to have a doctor say to you, Tyler, you have a debilitating illness that will never go away for the rest of your life, and at some point is going to cause you to become completely non-ambulatory. Tell me about that moment. I want to...
Yeah, it was a shock because I had been diagnosed with so many. I had been misdiagnosed with other things, and we just kept trying to figure out what it was. It took over a year to figure out what it was, and when that doctor told me that I had MS, I didn't know what to think.
Because you were on a roller coaster for an entire year. One day it's this, then it's that, then it's this. What did they say that they thought it was originally?
I remember being diagnosed with. They said it was a weird disease like Charcot-Marie tooth disease, which sounds
Charcot-Marie tooth disease?
Yeah, it sounds like a mouth disease, but it's like
chewing your toenails or something too much?
Yeah, no, it was a disease that affects your balance, and that's what they diagnosed. Because I really originally had a lot of balance issues, and so we were researching that and doing all the research on that, and then to have this doctor tell me that I had MS. I didn't know what to think. I thought, man, I'm dying, or I didn't know what to think, right? I didn't know if that mean I have 6 months to live. I didn't know, but then come to find out, it's not a fatal disease. It's a chronic disease, which means I'll have it forever, but it's not going to kill me necessarily.
That's good.
Right? Yeah,
I don't want to go to your funeral. Not anytime soon.
Yeah, no thanks, right?
Yes.
So I've had it. I've been dealing with it for the last 14 years, and at first I wasn't in a wheelchair, but as my health has gotten progressively worse, or gradually gotten worse, I'd say graduated to a wheelchair. So yeah.
You graduated.
Yeah.
That is an interesting thing, because for a lot of people they will think that's a downgrade. Why do you say that's an upgrade?
No, I just like to, well, you know me, I like to turn it into a positive, right? So
yes.
So instead of going down to a wheelchair, I say, oh, I graduated to a wheelchair to, well, it's easier. I get around.
Well, you're cruising through life now.
Cruise around, yeah. I can get around. I don't have to worry about limping around or falling. I used to fall all the time when I walked around with a cane, and now I don't have to worry about that.
And now you can go to the county fair, and when everybody else is like, I've walked all day, you can say, I don't see what the problem is.
That's right. I've been sitting around all day. I'm feeling good.
I love that. See, this is that positive mental attitude, that PMA.
I like it, yeah. PMA, yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is.
But there was surely at some point when you said, it's over. I mean, did you ever have that, like, it's over, and for weeks or months or maybe even years on end, you found yourself in the ditch mentally?
Yeah, it's a struggle. It's a battle. I've had bad days, weeks, months. I don't know if it's lasted a year, but I've had some hard things, especially mentally. You know, when you tell yourself, I can't do what I used to do, right? I can't get up. I played sports. I can't walk. I can't run. I can't do all those things that I used to be able to do. So yeah, it weighs on you mentally for sure.
Now there is the one aspect that a lot of men worry about, and that is that, can you have kids?
Yeah, that's funny. So I have 4 kids.
See, there you go.
And actually, the doctors told us that we couldn't have kids. I've been told many times over by lots of doctors that I would never have kids, that it would be impossible. And
yet you've got 4 beautiful kids.
We went through all, yeah, exactly, yeah. We went through all this infertility treatments and doctors and all these people tell us no, and you know what? We have 4 kids now.
Does the MS affect fertility even?
It can, yeah, it can, and so
that's why they would tell you this.
When we were going through all that stuff, they did all the testing and said it's going to be very, very unlikely or impossible for you guys to have kids. And I remember one doctor, I went to a doctor one time, and this was after we'd already had 2 kids, and he had run some analysis on my hormone levels or whatever.
Yeah.
And he says, I'm so glad that you already have 2 kids, because I don't think you're ever going to have any more kids. And at the time, my wife was pregnant with another 3. So I said, well, my wife's pregnant, so.
And he's like,
yeah.
Hold on, I'll just turn my license in.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't make any sense.
Do you think Walmart's hiring?
Yeah, right?
Wow.
Exactly.
That's incredible, really.
It is.
It's a testament to that driving mentality that says, at all costs, no matter what, I'm going to go through it, even if it hurts. Because fertility treatments cannot be simple. It's not easy.
No, not at all. No, it was crazy.
And you yourself had to go through that.
Yeah, it was not fun, and it's not very masculine to have a doctor say you can't have kids, right? Or
yeah,
it's not very fun to go through all of these tests and treatments and all that. Like it was not a fun experience. So.
Well, you made it work.
It worked.
So, I want to ask you a few more questions.
Yes.
But right now, I'm feeling a need for a TikTok. Do you want a TikTok?
Sure.
Here, hold on.
Let's do it.
Have a TikTok.
All right.
There you go. See, we chose that TikTok because it's like he's just chilling in his 5.0 Roomba.
That's right.
It's the same as you.
He's a cat on a Roomba.
You got the glasses on.
That's right. Just cruise around.
All day long. It's really cool.
Yeah.
What else do you do? See, a lot of people will also say, oh, you can't really do anything, but yet you have a full-time profession. Known throughout the network marketing world, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so, right? It's something I'm passionate about. I'm involved in a network marketing company myself. I'm involved with a company called Life, and I love it, and I love everything about it, and it's so fun to be able to have a show where I talk to other network marketers too. So
if you are a high school principal, you've got to be, see, you're always smiling, you're always so positive, but yet we all know what high school kids can be like. So how do you roll around and talk so softly and yet carry a big stick?
Well, luckily the school that I'm a principal at is a small private school, and so I don't have to do too much enforcement, but I do have a background. I was a high school teacher for 8 years, and so I know what it's like to have troublemaker students and have to deal with that. But it's about just just being myself and showing kids that that they can do it, they can be successful, and trying to get the most out of them too, and not necessarily looking for trouble or looking for a fight. So.
Do you ever have students who say, I can't, and then you just kind of go,
Yeah, look at my wheelchair.
and they're, and do they react like that?
Yeah. I can't think of any example where I've had a student say that they can't do something. Probably because I'm in a wheelchair. They
Can't say that and get away with it.
Don't say that to me, right? Don't say I can't do something. I was well into my multiple sclerosis symptoms and not doing very well when I went to law school. So I wasn't doing very good health-wise when I actually graduated from law school. So you can't tell me that you can't do school.
Well, yeah, your brain still works at full speed.
Exactly. So, yeah.
So you went through law school, you've been a high school principal, but now your focus is dramatically different from both of those professions. What do you do currently when you're not on the TV show, or you're not the school principal, or you're not teaching a class, or what do you do on your days off, your nighttime hours, from 7 to 9?
Good question.
Where the real money is made.
Well, I told you I have 4 kids. So most of the time is spent hanging out with the kids. My oldest is only 8. So I have an 8-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and an almost 2-year-old, right? So about every 2 years we've had kids. And so life is busy, but that's where I'm at, is I'm home with the kids, trying to be a good dad, is basically, yeah.
Living life.
That's right.
The life that has the most meaning, honestly.
Well, exactly.
Now, you said there was some association with some sort of app you invested in, or you helped design, or I'm not quite sure. What's the story on that?
Yeah, so the network marketing company that I work for is called the Life Business, and really it's a whole platform which includes an app and a website and all that stuff, but it's called the Life app. Sometimes people refer to it as a super app because it has so many things involved in just the app. You've heard of like cashback apps, or you've heard of like apps where you get coupons and all that stuff. This app has all of that included in one spot, so you can get cash back anywhere you shop. You have massive discounts on travel. You can get your learning, your success learning, your training, personal development, all in one. It's kind of an all-in-one super app is what they call it. And I didn't develop it, but I market it and I sell it for sure.
Is it going well?
It is. It's awesome. And it's been a major blessing in my life. It's been awesome.
I find it fascinating because how much physical work do you have to do to earn money with this kind of an app thing?
Physical, I do it from my wheelchair and I do it from home. So that'll tell you that I don't need a lot of physical. I don't need to be lifting weights to sell an app. To tell people like you about an app and kind of explain how it works, and show them on their phone. They can hold up the phone and I can show them how it works. And it doesn't take a lot of physical strength.
Well, then the only thing really is you have these humongous arms to pick up the 3,000-pound yellow canary called a telephone.
That's right.
You're like, people, I can't make a call.
Yeah. Right.
Are you kidding me?
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't make a call?
Yeah, right.
Who can't make a phone call?
Yep, exactly.
That's a mental state.
Yeah. It's something that a lot of people struggle with, but yeah.
Yeah, 3,000-pound yellow canary.
That's right.
Commonly referred to as a phone.
Yeah, exactly.
So when you first started network marketing, I mean, you'd already been a school teacher, high school teacher, a school principal.
Yeah.
All those other things, an attorney. Did you have trouble with the canary?
With the phone?
The 3,000-pound canary named a phone? Picking it up, calling people.
I think the hardest time for me with picking up the phone and calling somebody was when I was in college and I had a sales job. and you had to do that and just cold call people and do that over and over. That really helped me with the experience of just being able to pick up the phone and call. And I'm not here to tell you that it's easy, right? Sometimes you get afraid of what's somebody going to say on the other end. But I think having some sales training, having the experience going through that, and being a teacher and being able to talk to kids and talk to people, all of that, it all goes into training and helping you be successful with whatever business you're doing.
What's the most difficult thing about this whole Life app program? Because you're trying to make it work. Like someone signs up and they're like, I want to make some money. What's the most difficult thing to make that happen?
Like you're saying, that phone picking up, it's all mental, right? It's all mental. Everything's a mental battle. It's a mental challenge. People get in their own head and say, I can't do it. I'm not good enough. I'm not the kind of person I need to be yet, or whatever.
Then I need to rephrase my question.
Yeah.
What is the worst that the other person on the other end of the phone could possibly do to you? I mean, why should we be afraid of that? What's the worst you could suffer from this?
Yeah, right. I like that, right? If you think about worst case scenario, what's somebody going to do? They're going to kill you over a phone?
No.
Right? No, nothing like that. So
steal your dog? No.
Worst thing is that somebody's going to say no, right?
Yeah, two-letter words.
No.
Just two little letters, and someone would actually allow that to prevent them from being successful?
Them from living their dreams. Yep, exactly.
2 letters from the alphabet?
Yeah.
That seems kind of ludicrous.
It does. It definitely does. For sure.
That the difference between a successful person and a non-successful person is simply 2 letters in the alphabet.
That's right. That's what stops a lot of people. The fear of rejection is really what it is, right?
But then let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Are they personally being rejected, though?
No. But people internalize it, right? People think if they're saying no to this app, they're saying no to me as a person, right? So I don't know why people do that, but I guess it's a natural thing.
It's a false belief.
For people
not recognizing what they're actually you're not out there selling yourself.
That's right.
You're out there selling them on the features of an app, the features of a program.
Yeah.
And if someone doesn't grasp the concept, if you're saying, hey, come to my party next week, well, it's your party.
Yeah.
But if you're saying, hey, go to a concert, I don't think so. Are you going to feel rejected?
Right.
No, it's not your concert.
Right, because it's not you.
You're like, oh, okay, whatever. They just didn't like the concert. Move to the next guy.
Exactly.
But people seem to trip on that.
People don't internalize that, but they internalize something that they're passionate about or some business that they're doing. Something like that, yeah.
So do you have to be really intelligent to be able to do this?
No. There's no IQ exam, right? There's no entrance exam. I had to take the LSAT to get into law school. There's nothing like that, right? It's just, here's an app, check it out. That's really what it is.
Do you have to be good with words to teach people how to do this?
I don't think I've ever met anybody that can't explain how to use an app on their phone, right? So no. The answer is no. You don't have to be good at words. You don't have to be good at. You don't have to take a test to get in. You don't have to do any kind of training.
But what if I don't have a laptop and I'm not good at standing in front of people? I'm not good at that.
So because you're not comfortable, you don't think you can learn. That's the thing is all of us can learn. All of us can get better at whatever. I'd say when I started my sales training in college and I did the cold calls, I wasn't very good at it. I was nervous. You just have to do it, and the more you do it, the more you get over those fears, right? Action conquers fear. Right?
I completely agree. I just hear people say that all the time. I'm not good at standing in front of people. But you know what my answer to that is?
What?
Well, we've got an upline. You have an upline, someone who's working with you. Oh, so you're not good? No problem. Let's have Joe come on in, and he'll do all the talking.
Yeah.
You can just sit there and listen, right? I mean, who couldn't sit there and listen?
Yeah, and that's the cool thing. I love that about network marketing is that you have people you're working with, your upline that you work with, that their experience, right? If I have a new person on my team and they don't want to call, I'll call.
But where am I going to find all the people for this? Like, I don't even know anybody.
There's people all over the place. So I'll give an example. I went to Red Robin the other day, a restaurant, and I was sitting there at the restaurant, and I used the app to pay. And the waitress said, "What are you doing to pay?" And I said, "I'm using this app." She said, "What's the app?" I told her about it. She wanted to know more. I gave her my number. She contacted me, gave her the app, had a new customer just like that. So really everywhere you go, you talk to people, you're going to use the app, you're going to do that, and there's people all over the place. So.
Now, I think before the show started, you told me that using this app means that you like get money back or something.
That's right.
So you went to the restaurant and you did this in front of the waitress, paid for it sitting at your table.
Yes.
Did you actually get money back from this?
Yeah, instant.
Right there on the spot?
Right on the spot. Right on
So you had $25 dinner bill, you gave the waitress another $5 in a tip, and then how much did you get back?
So on the app, it's anywhere from 1% to 20%. So I think Red Robin was
Holy
like,
cow,
yeah,
20% rebate.
Yeah, so it was like 10% back.
Instant.
Yeah, instant. So $3
So
back.
basically you didn't really pay a tip.
Yeah, exactly, right? If the tip was $3 and I got $3 back, it was free.
Wow.
That's how it works. Yeah, it's cool.
That's a savings.
It's really cool. The app is amazing.
Instantly, no less.
Yeah.
So then what do you do with the extra money you make?
So when I get the cash back, you can either save it and let it accrue, but my wife, she likes to just use that right away. So if we have cash back, we go right away to Cold Stone Creamery and use it there and use the cash back. You know, anywhere on the app, you can use the cash back to then purchase more stuff. So
you went to the one restaurant, you got some cash back, turned around, walked across the street to another restaurant and had ice cream?
On the app, just using the same cash back.
But you can't beat that. So you could take that rebate money and use it on any store throughout this whole. How many stores are participating partners?
About 300.
About 300?
Anything from like airlines, Delta Airlines, Southwest Airlines, to, like I said, Red Robin or Cold Stone or Home Depot and Lowe's. All those are all partners on the app. Okay.
You just reminded me. I went to Home Depot a while back, and there was a guy in the line right in front of me, and I think it was his first time to use it because it took him a long time.
Yeah.
And he does click, 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 and the customer service cashier person is like, "What are you doing?" Oh, and somehow they figured it out, right?
Yeah.
And then the guy goes, "Huh, my paint was free." I'm like, "What the heck?"
Yeah.
When was the last time you went to Home Depot and got a gallon of paint for free?
There you go. That's exactly what happened.
They're usually saying, "Hey, if we don't give you the receipt, you get a free Dr. Pepper."
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for my Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
But I didn't have to do any negotiation. That guy just got his gallon of paint for nothing.
Yeah. It's really,
That's real?
It's really simple. It's really simple, and all you do is you put in the app, you put in the total amount, and it creates a gift card, and you show them the barcode, and boom, that's it. So yeah, it must have been his first time if he was struggling, but once you've done it a couple times, super easy. Yeah.
So then you go to the parking lot. The homeless person walks up to you, because you know when you go buy gas, there's always someone, "Hey, come on, man, help me out." I'm always like, "Sorry, man, I don't carry cash."
Yeah.
But, I mean, if they had the app, could you actually transfer them some cash that way?
Not yet.
Is
I
it
think that's
transferable?
probably coming.
Interesting.
They've talked about stuff like that coming, right? Where you could
just transfer some of those rebate dollars to the guy next to you using the same app.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some new things that are coming, stuff like that.
Well, that creates a digital currency that way.
Yeah, the digital currency. They've talked about even getting into the crypto space where you can earn Bitcoin, and there's all kinds of cool stuff that's coming on the app. So it's not there yet, but it's coming.
Man, if they did that, that'd be really interesting. So you buy like $1,000 worth of Bitcoin, and you get a 10% rebate.
Yeah.
Instantly, it'd be like, I'm buying 10,000. Then I'm going to buy it again. Then I'm going to cash it. Then I'm going to buy it. You'd be getting rich on that.
That's right. And that's the thing is you can never get rid of your cash back, because even when you use your cash back,
you're getting more cash back
on the cash back. Yeah, it's never ending.
Hey, that's the opposite of taxes.
Yeah, right?
You know how you get your paycheck and they tax it, and so
Yeah.
you don't get some of that when you get before you get your paycheck. They take it out.
Yeah.
Then you go to the gas station and you buy gas, but like 60%, some crazy number is taxes.
Exactly.
This is the opposite.
Exactly. That's right. That's right. So we don't want to pay taxes. We want to get cash back.
So if I want to sign up, do I have to call you direct, or how does that work to, like if I want to start getting these rebates?
Yeah, so you don't have to talk to me if you don't want to. I can send a link.
He's a nice guy, though. Feel
yeah.
free to talk to him
You can
anytime.
feel free to talk to me. Yeah, I have the website is the lifeinfoapp.com.
Lifeinfoapp.com.
But you have to have a referral link. So somebody's got to give you a link to unlock everything. So it's an app that you can download. Like I could go to the Google Store, or the Apple Store, and download the app. But to unlock all the benefits, it's a $30 subscription, and you have to have a referral link. Okay, and so the $30. The cool thing about the $30 subscription is we don't just take the $30 and that's it. We actually put the $30 into a travel fund called Trip Credits, and those so you're paying $30, but now you have $30 in trip credits that you can use for your next vacation. And I said the vacation.
It's kind of like frequent flyer miles.
Exactly. Yeah, it's awesome. So you do need a referral link. Do you want me to give my number? I'm okay to giving my numbers.
It's up to you.
Okay. So my phone number is 602-908-0791. You can text me. My email is tyheid@gmail.com. Call, text, email, whatever. And I can send you a referral link just like that. Boom. Super easy, or we can set up a time and talk.
Now, there's something we haven't even talked about. We talked about the rebates and everything, but this is tied into a network marketing compensation program.
Right. That's right.
So not only do you save money by getting these instant rebates, are you able to, you're not working 24 hours a day, obviously.
No.
You're not digging ditches and driving dump trucks.
Nope.
So
I'm on a show with you today.
Yeah, in fact, today, some of you might not realize this, but we actually tape the show and then we stream it like weeks later. Currently, it is 4 p.m. on a Friday afternoon, and Tyler's been here for several hours.
Yeah.
While
Hanging out
the
with you
majority of
guys.
people in this country are working,
Yeah.
we're here.
That's right.
That means that you have to have a certain amount of financial liquidity to be able to do this.
Exactly. Right. So I am an entrepreneur. I have my own business. This is something that's allowed me more freedom. Right. So
in other words, each time someone joins in with you, they get this app, you make some money on that also.
That's right. So there's a network marketing. So with network marketing, you can make money selling the product, which is the app, which is that life platform, or you can build teams of people and make money off the teams of people that you build underneath that.
But people hate this network marketing thing.
Well, yeah, there's that, and that rightfully so, I think. I went to law school, and one of my favorite classes in law school was a class called White Collar Crime, and we learned all about these pyramid schemes and scams and Ponzi schemes and all that stuff. And unfortunately, there have been network marketing companies that would fall under that category, right? That people are being taken advantage of. And so the connotation is that every network marketing company is a scam or scheme or whatever. And then maybe that's rightfully so, maybe not. But not every company would fall into that category. In fact, it's very regulated. And so there are network marketing companies that are perfectly legal, that comply with FTC regulations, which are all that stuff. I could lose my legal license if I was involved in an illegal something.
Then how much network marketing does it really take to put an app on your phone, use the app, and then say to the guy next to you, hey, by the way, I just used this app. I got a free can of paint at Home Depot, and I had a Cold Stone ice cream with my wife. It's all on the app. I mean, does it really take a whole lot of network marketing
It
for
really
this?
doesn't. And that's the thing is, you know, you invite somebody to lunch and pay with your app and show them how to do it.
You know, that's
I mean,
actually because
super.
I knew about this before I met you.
Yeah.
I heard about it, and that's because this lady named Candace said, "Hey, can I have lunch with you?" I felt really important, you know, it's egotistical Jeff.
Sure.
And so I showed up, and then I'm standing there, and she didn't whip out her card, she didn't whip out any cash, she whipped out her phone. I'm like, what? The only place I ever heard of people using their phone to pay was in China.
Right.
They like scan the barcode or something.
Yeah.
She goes, oh, no, here, let me take care of that. That's so weird. Then she said
got
to me,
cash back.
she came back, got cash back. She goes, yeah, it's no big deal. I get all this cash back. It's in my account. It's all taken care of. Are you kidding me?
Exactly.
So we sat there and ate. And the only thing she had was a single piece of paper. She says, oh, yeah, this is what we do. She gave me a piece of paper. I could barely read it. It was one of those, 1970 style photocopies you could barely read.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, you can make money by putting this app on your phone and telling people you got this cool app.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
I put it on my phone.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, it is. It's really cool.
And here we are
It's really
today.
easy. Yeah, here we are today talking. Yeah.
That's why I had to have you here, because
Yeah.
you're a guy who's gone to hell and back, lived to talk about it. You still have a smile on your face. You're making money. You're taking away the excuses of everyone around.
Yeah. I mean, I hope so. I hope to be an inspiration to people. I hope that people can look at me and say, you know, if he can do it, anybody can do it. So, yeah.
And he's a humble man, can you tell? This is my friend Tyler Heid, ex-baseball player, currently licensed legal attorney. What else? A father of 4, independent business owner, high school principal, successful network marketer, a man with the freedom to spend his Friday afternoon over here with me instead of slaving away in some job somewhere. That is a success story we should all be able to participate in for ourselves. So if that is something that you say, man, I really want to make a change in my life, make sure you get a hold of Tyler. His email address is tyheid@gmail.com.
You got it.
I'm Geoffrey Hill. This is the show, and I love you all.